Russ, massive test match looming at Stade de France. Firstly, how difficult or not was this selection, this 23 that you've chosen?
No, it was difficult. We like to rotate, and we've said to some of the guys they'll probably play next weekend, and we want to get most of the guys 2 games into them on a 5-game tour. This game, obviously, there was some deep thinking about probably Kwagga, a guy like Marco. Kwagga's got a bit of a hand issue, so that made it a little bit easier not to pick him. Then we just really thought they were going to go with a 6-2 as well, as I looked through their social media and I could see the numbers on their bibs and so on. So we do think when it comes to scrums and mauling, they maul a hell of a lot. And we think having 2 locks on the bench, but Ruan also covering 7 for us for Peter Steff, and then Andre covering 6 and Sia covering 8 for us in the game as well. And then again, we can go to a 5-3 split. Obviously, it's always tempting to put a guy like Andre in a game like this. But Andre will probably get a run again next week. We know what Andre do in games like this. And we again feel after the New Zealand game where Sasha played and Mani played, maybe now another step up of a different kind of crowd, of a different kind of pressure. A guy like Ethan missing out, Kanan missing out. It's not really missing out when we pick our teams. It's really we want to try and keep everybody involved, everybody up to speed. Yes, and then starting Boan probably, again, same with the Zach mindset, although he's got 5 caps already. I'd rather get him in the mix quickly with Thomas and Malcolm and see how it goes, because we really think he's a great player and great scrummager. But then having 3 guys on the bench who's always played with each other. So a lot of thought went into it, and it wasn't as easy as just to say, this is the team.
Just staying with that front row selection, important that front row, in the absence of Ox in Durban against Argentina, started that test match. So there's that familiarity there as well.
Yes, definitely. I mean, look, we can't hide away from the fact that Tux Mtsunu is injured, Nietling is injured, Jan Hendrik is suspended, then Ox got injured now, Vincent withdrew right before the last game he played. I'm missing somebody out. Frana will probably, if he plays again, only play next week, June. So we've been pretty hard hit in the front row. And this combination, and as you point out now, the way we pick the team, we'll hopefully, whilst winning, learn a lot from the guys in this game.
You had to deliberate a little bit about the 6th forward on the bench, and you said Kwagga's hand played a role in that, but also how much of a role did Andre's performance against Japan help in that selection?
Yeah, I must be honest, Kwagga's hand was only in doubt for Monday, and then Kwagga just trained like a machine the whole week, so that's not the reason Kwagga's selected. We feel the French is a fast team. We feel they really played, after we saw them play New Zealand, they're definitely heavy, big guys, and that's why they have a 6-2 split. But we also feel that we have to match them with pace, and just going plain 6-2. We thought having Andre out there, and he's now really made it step up from maybe Barbarians to playing against Japan full on as a 6 flanker. And now that's the level up. He's starting to understand the mauling and the line out calling and those kind of things really well. But it's a lack of option to have, and to have cover at 12, have cover at 6, have cover at 7 with Ruan on the bench. So Andre certainly, when he just played 12, he struggled to make 23s, but because he can cover both of them, he'll probably be more in matchday squad.
And I remember speaking to you after the Wellington Test match, an amazing win, and you said, imagine we'd gone 6-2 or even 7-1 that day with 3 backline injuries
and concussions. And because sometimes you just get a gut feeling, when you go and you think, if we do, we've certainly rolled the dice many times. 7-1 against New Zealand, 7-1 in the World Cup final. And it's worked for us, and 6-2 it's like a norm now. Everybody does it now because there's somebody who covers both positions. But every now and then you get a feeling in your stomach that, hey, this is going to be a fast match with there's 4 22-year-olds in this squad who will be fearless and fast. And the guys even covering for the backline player, I can't say his name now. I'm not good with French pronunciations, but he's also like a really fast guy. We just felt more comfortable having sufficient cover in the backs and in the forwards.
Some changes, injury enforced, obviously, but if you look at this backline that you've selected, only one change from the starting backline that started the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
That's at fly half. How important is that for coping with the pressure of an occasion like this one is undoubtedly going to be?
Yeah, and it's probably a bit tough on Andre, because the thing about Andre is we know what Andre can do. But you also want to get Sasha to the next level of pressure and the next level of crowd pressure and situation and just the enormity of the game. And by having a solid Andre there, we'll probably play next week and maybe put Mani with him on the bench or the other way around. Maybe give Ethan a bit of a run at 12 and Kaden at 13. This weekend, we first have to get past this. But having this solid Andre who understands what he's doing, and he's only 31. You know, according to Johnny Sexton's age, he can play another 2 World Cups because, you know, he played till he's 38. And Andre is fit and everything. It was tempting to look at Andre, but we feel Sasha now needs to also experience this cauldron, if we can call it that way.
Rassie, your captain becomes the 9th Springbok to win 100 caps. He doesn't want to make it about him, and I know the team respects that. But you can't let an occasion like this pass without paying a tribute to what he's meant to this team, what he's meant to his country, what he's meant to the game.
No, a lot of people just say it now as just something you say, because it's so the same when Siya Kolisi gets mentioned. And I think Siya's whole thing is that he's been on the other side where it's really tough. You must get two kinds of tough. Trying to stay at the top or trying to get out of the bottom of life. And he had to get himself out of almost nowhere to get to the top. And then when he got to the top, he got the captaincy, and then that was heavy on him. But the only thing I can really say about him, I think you can ask the whole team, he's always stayed the same. And even when he was playing bad and before both World Cups, he was really doubtful of his knee playing. And sometimes he played here and they said he's too overweight or he's not powerful anymore. And some people said he's too old, but he's performing for us. He's he's accepting the role that the captain gets swapped at 60 minutes into the game. I think it's hard for South Africa, and look, we all make mistakes and we all have certainly done things that we probably not so proud of, but one thing he can be proud of is that he represents South Africa, from the old Umi to the young student to the Tanny on the farm or whatever. He understands South Africa, and he's always stayed humble and serves the team, and that will always stand out for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But it's been good. It is something you work to your whole life. Want to be part of this, and first of all, you want to get into the squad, and then you want to just play 5 minutes. But once you get a taste of it, you want to be running out on the field and giving your best for the team, for the country. So it's been good. It's been what we've been working for. So yeah, really, really happy.
Looking at Saturday's team list, only one change to the backline that played against France in the quarterfinal, that in the number 10 jersey. How important do you think that'll be in terms of dealing with the enormity of the occasion?
Yeah, if you look at our backline, it's experience everywhere. Dukes, Chase, and all of them. They've been around. They know how to deal with the pressure, and that's one thing that is coming on the weekend is pressure. So yeah, it's gonna be massive. Boys are gonna have to roll their sleeves up and be ready for a physical game.
In high pressure moments, combinations are important. How do you feel this combination between yourself and Sasha at 10 is growing?
Yeah, it's been good. We haven't played for the Stormers yet. We've only played one game there, but it's been good. He's a young boy with a lot of talent. Well, I can't say young boy. He's a young man with a huge amount of talent, and I think with everyone around him, it calms him down and gives him clarity, and he can just go out there and express himself and know we have his back, and whatever he does or we do, everyone's around each other and just supporting.
Course, you played so much of your club career in France, in Montpellier. What is different about French rugby crowds and the way they rally behind their team?
Yeah, some clubs more than others, but most of them, they are, what's the right word? They not frantic. They are just absolutely full-blown supporters, and they would give everything for their team. They are loud. They give energy to their teams. That's why you don't lose a home game. You're not allowed to lose a home game because your fans are getting angry. And yeah, it's an emotional culture. So that emotion from the crowd to the players, they feed off it.
And that translates now at international level as well in Stade de France.
100%. The crowd's going to be like a beehive, or a pressure cooker. The thing is with that, the crowd can put pressure on your own team, and I've been there in the top 14 where things don't go well, and your own crowd, they want you to do better and better and better. So it's not a bad thing from them, but it puts pressure on you, and then it's how you deal with that pressure.
100th Test cap for your captain.
Yeah.
What does he mean to you as a person, as a player, as a captain?
Oh, well, playing once for your country is massive. Doing it 100 times is unreal. And I think he's the 9th guy now to do it. And it just shows you the grit he has, the what do you say, just the passion, what do you say, how do you say it if someone is doing the same thing all the time? Consistency of him as a player, as a human being. He hasn't changed from when I met in 2014. Well, in the Springbok environment till now, he hasn't changed. He's just been working hard and leading the group. So hats off to him. I think everyone's really proud of him. We haven't even made it a big thing because he doesn't want it. It's about the team. So yeah, but sitting here, I can say hats off to him. We're all really proud of him, and when it's time to go and lead, he's up front there. So proud of him.